It's your girl Audrey. And where's Avery? I'm actually heading home to my love right now. So she is with her daddy right now. He took her and let me have some time to really finish up some things with work today. And that's usually how our schedule goes. He kind of, I took her for a little bit and then he popped in. He was working on making sure one of our Airbnb properties were ready to go for check-in today. So after he finished with that, he swung back by the office, came back and got her for me, and then that way I could kind of muscle through and get some things done for today. So my day today, has it was pretty much nonstop all day today, but all good stuff. Definitely all good stuff. And I would say, like, with property management in general, I can't, no day is ever the same, honestly, but I can't really say like it's super exciting all the time. But I think what really does make it like really exciting right now is because I have a real deal God sized goal for this month and really just needing 10 new contracts this month. So there's a lot we're doing, a lot that we're kind of moving and shaking, and just trying to get everything done, right? And one of the things that you guys will notice about this channel, I don't have time for the foolishness. I don't have time just to sit around with like all the fluff and everything. So this literally is where you'll see times where it's more reflective and like, okay, here's my thought process, just making sure I keep my mind together, making sure that I keep my spirit in the right space, in order to grind and do the work. But at the same time, a lot of it is also doing the work, right? There's just times where you literally have to put your hands to the plow and do the work. I cannot ask God for a blessing. I cannot ask God for a miracle. I cannot ask God to deliver on the things that I need if I'm not willing to put my hands to the plow, if I'm not willing to, break a sweat myself, if I'm not willing to roll up my sleeves and make sure that I do what's within my power. I think it's so easy sometimes to call on God for him to come down and just, like a genie, like show us a miracle, show me a miracle, when we haven't done yet what was in our own strength and what was in our own power, and especially when it's things that he's told us to do. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, just really grinding and really, putting my hands to the plow and making sure that, yes, Lord, I know that this is only something that you can do. I know that it's nothing I will do in my own strength. It's nothing that I will see in my own strength. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit by idly and not do anything at all. I'm going to put my hand to the plow and put my faith to work, right? Because I believe and know that God can do it and he will do it, but I have to put my faith to work in the same regard. So that's what I'm doing. Today was one of those days where, we're just hustling, and it's generally a little busier anyway this time of the month, just because it's earlier on in the month. We're still getting kind of those stragglers with the rent payments coming in, and people getting on payment plans if they need it, all of that. And then on Mondays specifically, I've really dedicated Mondays, Money Mondays is really what it is, where it's all things when it comes to our financials, all things when it comes to our money. And that's like our vendor payments going out, our owner payments going out, our payments to the team, and our staff that's going out. All of those things, like our reconciliations. Money Mondays is what it is. So I usually try not to be out of the office too much if I can avoid it, and I really try to be focused in the office and getting those things pushed out, and any sort of account reviews, anything like that need to be done. But really, I take today to do it. So I'm usually staring at the computer screen for a good bit of the day, and today was no different. It was really good though, because I got a chance to wake up what I would consider on time, but it's early. Wake up this morning, get my time, a good chunk of time to myself this morning to really get a lot of those things knocked out. And then I had to, haul tail to Gainesville in order to get to the office, check in with the team, of course, work with them, anything that they need, making sure that I'm not holding up anything when it comes to their schedule. And honestly, when I get to Gainesville, once I get there with the staff and with the team, at that point, for a certain amount of time, I work for them, right? I work for what it is they need, whatever they need to accomplish, whatever they need to get done. I carve out and leave out a chunk of time where it's like, okay, I am there for their needs, right? And whatever they're looking to get done and accomplish. So that was kind of the grind for today. We are very much so actively working on listings, and again, needing 10 new contracts within 30 days. In order to do that, we have to have some constant movement on contracts. So some of the things that I did today, and I feel super accomplished about, some of the things that I got an opportunity today, one of the things we've been wanting to do was join our local Chamber of Commerce. It's a well-established organization that's been around for a very long time and assisting businesses with making connections and networking and kind of coming into partnership with one another and getting that exposure and that visibility out there. And that's all things, right? Yes. All things that we need in this season for GPS 2.0. So I definitely was excited. I finally got an opportunity to talk to one of the representatives there and get signed up and get started. And then there's an event tomorrow. So I'm hoping, it's pretty soon, but I'm hoping I'm able to make it. What is funny though, and this is being a mommy, right? I had to ask her before signing up, and that was one of the things that I really hesitated about before, because Avery is literally with me pretty much everywhere that we go. For the majority of the time. So I didn't want to sign up for something and then not be able to bring her with me. And that was one of the things that I had to ask the representative. Can I bring my child with me to this event? And surprisingly, and I really hesitated joining this kind of group for a long time. Even while I was pregnant, we wanted to become involved, and we wanted to get involved in the chamber. And I was just very hesitant, because I'm like, okay, well, what happens, once I have our baby? Am I going to be shunned? Am I going to be looked at funny? Things like that. But I really do think that it comes to a season, and it comes to a point in building the business where you literally have to care less what other people have to say. You literally have to care less what other people have to say. And of course, I don't want to break any rules or anything like that, but if my biggest concern is people looking at me funny, then I really need a life. You know what I'm saying? I really need to go do something else with life. If my biggest concern is grown folk looking at me weird, like, so what? But I can say that had been a real concern of mine. So I finally just kind of worked up the guts to say, hey, am I going to be able to, here's my situation, am I going to be able to bring my daughter along with me? And guess I made the lady stutter. She's like, well, we never had anyone, try to bring their kids, so we don't have any rules against it. And then, everything else she said after that was, oh, okay, so I can bring Avery, right? Because regardless of if you had anyone bring their child before, I'm going to have to bring mine, right? At some point. And of course, Archie and I will work out our schedules where we will definitely try to have, in order to maximize the time, we definitely try to have some of the events where we are not, I'm not having to bring her along everywhere. But at the same time, if it has to be, it has to be, right? So I'm really excited about that, because I've been thinking about it for a while. And I was just too scared to do it, but I'm definitely in a season right now where being scared isn't good enough. I'm more afraid not to move, not to act on something, not to do something. I'm more afraid of not succeeding in this next season, not fulfilling and doing everything that God's called me to do. I'm more afraid of that than I am to fail. So here we are. So we joined the chamber today. So I'm excited about that. And they do have an event tomorrow morning. Again, that may be a little too soon to shift things around. But I may try to get up and out tomorrow to go ahead to that first event, because those 30 days will go by quick if we're not careful. So there's that. I was very excited to sign up for that. And then the other thing is we were able to have a listing appointment. So that was very fun and exciting to kind of to go through. So up until this point, we have really been relying on our referral partners for all of our listings, and just really focusing in on property management. In this particular situation, because we manage communities as well, and we are definitely trying to maximize on every aspect of business that we are able to. In this particular situation, this owner who had us, list their property for rent, they decided to change their strategy and they actually want to sell the property. So it was something where they said, hey, we really do want to work with you on the sales side of things, and we thought that this would be a great opportunity to try a hand at it and really see if it's something that we want to offer, especially as a value proposition for our owners who really want to have a different focus, or sell their properties instead of have them managed. And of course, I think a part of our strategy would be to really focus on owners that we're already working with. We really want to make sure we do that very well, and we offer all options possible to owners that we're currently working with. So that's if we're managing within a community, we want to make sure that we're getting that individual property management within that community. If we have the individual property management, we want to make sure if they didn't already come in with an agent, that we have an option to list their property. Now, we won't necessarily go out for buyers or anything like that, and even now we're not necessarily actively marketing for sales, but we do want to be able to add that as a value proposition when it comes to our packaging. And those are all things right now when it comes to our business model that we have to be able to evaluate, and we have to be able to look at and say, okay, what works best for us in this season, right? And there's all different factors that we have to think about with that, because our referral partners are great with us, right? They have been there for us wholeheartedly, 100%, and we really do consider them to be an extension of ourselves. So it is something where we will continue in our referral partnership with them, but it will change a little bit as far as which types of properties we send back in their direction, right? Of course, if they come in with that agent, we want them to leave with that agent, right? But if they don't come in with an agent, and they come in with a community manager or something of that nature, we do want to be able to also maximize on those opportunities that we've already been given. We sat down and figured out that a large portion, I would say 80% of our business or so, actually comes from referrals, right? It comes from repeat business. It comes from people who have used our services before and they refer their friends, or it comes from our realtor partners who know our services and know how we operate, and they refer their customers and their clients over to us. So a large part of our business is from that word of mouth and referrals, and it's a great extension of that. So a lot of new things there, and that will of course add to trying to reach our goals and accomplish our goals over this next time frame. So I'm super excited. We are also in the process now. We've been praying for another community, an opportunity to kind of get on board with another community, because that would open up other doors for us. And we do have a very real opportunity right now for bringing on another community. So today was a good day. Today was a good day. Good old working day, right? So I'm excited. It is about to be 8 o'clock though, and one of the things that I was also working on was really trying to value my personal time as well, and make sure that, I'm not allowing the work day to kind of run into each other like that. So, you know, today and tomorrow will be a little bit harder to do that. Tomorrow I also have a board meeting that will be at 6:30. So a little bit later than what they normally are. So that would also be a late day tomorrow. But the next 30 days, if that's what it takes to kind of push things out and get where we need to be, then that is what it is. Kind of get things turning and moving. But again, here we are, and I'm super duper excited. So I'm about to go hop off, because not only do I have some very real metrics when it comes to my day-to-day, and I'll talk about a little bit more about that tomorrow, and how I kind of restructured a little bit. Like I said, today was a good day, and if I can get a good day from one day, I can get a good day from another. And I did restructure things a little bit, and just how I looked at it. So I'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow, and what that looked like for me, and how it kind of shifted my perspective of my days. And it really did seem to help today. So I'm looking forward to doing it again tomorrow. But yeah, we wanna go for it. We're definitely, most definitely gonna